You see, every time we face this issue of fuel scarcity,
yeah,
I worry, because as I was coming down to this place.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today, let's look into fuel scarcity in Nigeria. I believe this is not a problem, it's a choice. I'm beginning to understand that NNPC is directly or indirectly running a monopoly program. But let it not look as if I'm talking too much. Let's hear it directly from the other presenters. Let's go there.
Stepped in by commencing a 15-day emergency supply to ensure availability of the commodity across the length and breadth of the country. A more permanent solution to the fuel supply problem in our country is the way to go, Ibn Apo.
I pray. I mean,
are you a prayer warrior?
I pray they bring it about, soonest. Because you see, every time we face this issue of fuel scarcity,
yeah,
I worry. Because as I was coming down to this place, I saw a particular filling station. I don't think they were selling, and people were already throwing punches. So how long are we going to live like this in a country where we are supposed to be the number one?
We are the second largest crude oil and gas producer in Africa after Angola. And this is happening to us by choice.
By choice.
By choice.
And it has been if there's anything, you see, what I see in Nigeria is that what is not right tends to become consistent. Because this shouldn't be. So I pray that the permanent solution to the fuel supply that is said that is on the way, we can't wait. We are waiting. We want to see the end of the queues. We want to see the end to all of this anger at filling stations where, there was a particular day that I was at the police station and this uniformed man, but not a police officer though. He was there and was trying to, harass everybody. And we had to talk some sense into him. And then he
sobered down.
Yes. How long are we going to live like this? It's very frustrating.
All right. Doctor, I'm wondering if you understand the politics of fuel supply in my country, your country.
Well, there is, for me, really nothing to understand other than the basic things we've been told. We import fuel. It lands at the port.
Oh, unashamedly.
Yes, because we're going to go back there. It comes to the port. From the port, it goes to those who have, what do you call it, Atapapa, jetties and all the rest. And then
tank farms and so on.
The tank farms. The tanker drivers go there, they pick it and go to different parts of the country. And that is why in the case of what is happening now, Nigerians have been begging the government to always eat us in the face with the truth.
Yeah.
Because nobody can say beyond the statement from the NNPC that there was a disruption in the distribution flow. What exactly is this disruption? I've read quite a number of permutations.
Please join. The other leg is that IPMAN, Independent Petroleum Marketers Association,
yes,
are saying they are being owed 2 billion naira.
For them, it's small money. Okay. It's not even this issue of money now that we are talking about.
Mine is the buck passing is not helping anybody here.
Does IPMAN have fuel to carry, even if they are not talking of to distribute, even if they are not talking of the 2 billion?
But NNPCL is telling you that it has close to how many liters?
1.5 billion. 1.5 billion
liters.
Yeah, so
that can last us another.
If we have 1.5 billion.
So why are we in this mess?
That's the point I'm making, that we need to know the truth. That's why on some platforms, I've read it, that there was a problem at the point from which we import fuel, a breakdown of the refinery. So we are not having supply. The day after that statement came, we had that. Does it mean that the 1.5 billion liters we are talking about are on the way? Are they on ground?
Or are they already here?
So we need, as Nigerians, to always know. The major problem Nigerians, in my own opinion, have with government is that we are not always saying the truth to the citizens in order for us to be able to gauge the problems we are in. For instance, we've been talking about the issue of removal of fuel subsidy. It's just now we are getting to see some of those things that went on in the past.
Okay.
We've been talking about the issue of forex. But how much have we been helping our currency? We don't know.
You've forgotten another pertinent problem here.
Remind me, sir.
Fuel, those who steal are crude.
Yeah, they still are crude. But the big point now is, the question this week has been, do we even have the crude? Because if we have the crude, we can refine. Dangote refinery has not started producing petrol.
Hold it. Does it not bother you, Ibn number two, does it not bother us here that the NNPCL is the only institution allowed to import, to bring in?
No, there is a room for others to import, but you have to deal with the issue of forex. You have to deal with that.
But
So if
NNPCL is enjoying a monopoly.
you can't call it a monopoly.
Okay.
The only reason it looks like
something.
The only reason it looks like a monopoly is because NNPCL appears to be the only one that can source dollar
Why?
quickly.
Why should it be?
Exactly the point. Because that's what private importers are saying. We can't compete because we have to go to the black market to source for dollar.
Are they being aided?
So we need to understand a lot of things in Nigeria. And that's the point for me. If we don't understand the nitty-gritty, the small details
The
of all
truth of
these
the
things,
master is that nobody tells us the truth. They just look at the situation and tell themselves, okay, what do we throw at these people? And then they come up with something.
Ibn Abba, we live in a relative world. Truth is relative. Whose truth are you asking for? But hold on. Let me introduce a new element into this discussion. Critical too. When we toyed with the Petroleum Industry Act for close to 20 years, did you think the PIA was a silver bullet? If you understand what I mean.
I do. And the problem, you see, the bottom line here is the average man's character in Nigeria. Anything that is going to come out and will work out and things will go on normal, like we're talking about oddity and new normal and abnormal and all of that. Whatever is going to seem normal, it's never welcome. We don't welcome it. We delay, we drag until we get to a point where it becomes inevitable.
Doctor, is this really us?
that is who we are.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because
Obviously.
see, I've said it a couple of times on this program. We have more than enough laws to deal with every situation we have in this country that we don't even need a legislature again. UK has an unwritten constitution. It's running well. We have so much written on paper. We are not running well. If we waited for the PIA to be the main deal, then by now you should have straightened out the oil industry. We've been running it for how long now?